Love, a precious gift, but also a journey full of challenges. Have you ever felt lost in your relationships? Or wondered how to build a lasting and happy love? Men are often attracted to beautiful, charming, or strong-willed women. But when it comes to marriage, their perspective changes completely. There are certain types of women that men passionately pursue in love but hesitate to marry. Why is that? What makes a woman an ideal girlfriend but not a perfect wife? Let's explore the types of women that men love but never want to marry. Welcome to the channel, Sophia's Knowledge, and my name is Sophia. This is where we share lessons on love, real-life experiences, and secrets to building strong relationships. In today's video, Sophia will reveal 6 types of women that men love but never marry, things you may have never thought about before. If you are looking for a deeper understanding of love and how to develop a meaningful relationship, don't miss this video. Before we begin, find a quiet place and put on your headphones so you can fully absorb every word I share. Relax and join me on this journey. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1. Too independent, doesn't need a man. The attraction and the barrier to marriage. In modern society, independent women are increasingly admired. They are strong, self-sufficient, and have stable careers, allowing them to control their lives without relying on men. While men are often irresistibly drawn to such women, they hesitate when it comes to marriage. Why? The appeal of independent women. Independent women have a special charm that men admire and desire. Their independence is not only reflected in financial stability but also in their mindset, behavior, and lifestyle. Financially self-sufficient, they don't rely on men to enjoy a comfortable life. They can buy what they want, travel anywhere, and don't depend on anyone. Men appreciate this because it relieves them of financial pressure. Strong and decisive mindset, they don't need to consult others when making decisions. This makes them attractive and powerful. A smart, decisive woman always keeps a man intrigued. Knows how to enjoy life, independent women have their own hobbies and lead fulfilling lives without needing someone else to make it meaningful. This makes them interesting and full of energy. No need for control or dependence, they don't feel the need to control their partner because they have their own lives. Men may feel more freedom with such a woman instead of being bound by constant questioning or unnecessary jealousy. Why men love them but hesitate to marry. Although independent women possess many attractive qualities, men still have reservations when considering marriage. Lack of a sense of being needed. One of the reasons men seek marriage is the feeling of being essential. If a woman can handle everything without needing a man's help, he may wonder, does she even need me? A relationship where a man doesn't feel important can make him lose motivation for commitment. Fear of losing the provider role. Even though society has evolved, many men still want to be the protector and provider for their families. If a woman is too strong and self-sufficient, a man might feel like he has no significant role in her life. Busy lifestyle and career priorities. Independent women often prioritize their careers over relationships. They may value work more than family meals or intimate conversations, making men feel like they are not a priority. Not easily compromising in conflicts, a strong-willed woman, accustomed to making her own decisions, may find it difficult to compromise in a relationship. In disagreements, she is likely to stand firm in her opinions rather than listen and adjust. Men often avoid relationships where they feel conflicts are hard to resolve. Concerns about her role as a wife and mother. Many men believe that marriage isn't just about love but also about family bonding. They worry that an overly independent woman might not dedicate enough time to family life, may not prioritize building a home, or may not have a maternal instinct. What should independent women do if they want to get married? There is nothing wrong with being independent and strong. However, if an independent woman desires a happy marriage, she might consider a few things to help build a stable relationship. Make men feel valued. Men don't need a weak woman, but they do need to feel important. Sometimes, allowing them to help, seeking their opinion, or showing appreciation can make them feel needed. Balance career and personal life. A woman can be busy, but if she can still make time for her partner and cherish the moments together, it will make men feel loved. Be open to compromise when necessary. Being too rigid in a relationship can create distance. If she can listen and be flexible in certain situations, the relationship will be easier and more harmonious. Show that independence doesn't mean rejecting love. A woman can be strong yet still need love, support, and companionship. If she demonstrates that she values relationships and is willing to build a family, men will no longer fear marriage with her. Ultimately, independent women have a strong allure, but sometimes their strength can become a barrier to marriage. Men love them for their confidence, intelligence, and self-reliance, but when thinking about long-term commitment, they may worry about their role in the relationship. However, the most important thing is finding the right person. A man who truly loves and respects a woman will not fear her independence but will embrace it. Women don't need to change who they are completely, they just need to understand that happiness often comes from balancing independence with emotional connection and love. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions and discuss further. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss future insights. Thank you so much. Let's continue our journey together. Number 2. The spoiled princess who loves luxury. Men love them passionately but hesitate to marry. In love, men are often attracted to beautiful, feminine women who know how to enjoy life. Girls with a princess style, graceful, luxurious, always wanting to be pampered, can make men fall head over heels. But when it comes to marriage, they suddenly become hesitant. Why are these women easily loved but difficult to choose as wives? The charm of spoiled princesses. Women with a delicate appearance and a princess-like aura always captivate men. They possess a unique charm that not everyone has. Feminine and alluring, these women take great care of their appearance, always presenting themselves in an elegant, sophisticated, and attractive manner. Men are visual creatures, so they find it hard to take their eyes off a woman who radiates grace and elegance. Know how to enjoy life, they love afternoon tea, luxurious vacations, and romantic candlelit dinners. They know how to make life exciting and never dull or monotonous. Give men a sense of challenge. A slightly haughty and spoiled woman makes men feel challenged during courtship. Since men have a natural instinct to conquer, they become even more determined to win over these women. Make men feel like heroes, because they always appear delicate and in need of care. Spoiled princesses easily awaken a man's protective instincts. When with them, men feel strong and important. These qualities make spoiled princesses the dream girls in a man's eyes. However, as the relationship progresses, the very traits that once fascinated them may become obstacles when considering marriage. Why do men love them but avoid marrying them? Although they are incredibly attractive during dating, many men hesitate when thinking about a long-term commitment to a spoiled princess. Financial dependency. Many spoiled women are used to being pampered and have no habit of financial independence. They love receiving gifts, dining in fancy restaurants, and traveling lavishly without worrying about money. While men may willingly spend during the dating phase, financial burdens can become a major concern in marriage. Dislike working and sharing responsibilities. Some women, accustomed to being taken care of, do not want to work or contribute. They may expect a princess lifestyle even after marriage, while men seek a partner who will help build a future together, not just enjoy life. High demands and lack of understanding. These women might be used to being served and spoiled, making it difficult for them to endure hardships or compromises. They may expect a luxurious lifestyle without truly understanding the pressures men face. Lack of family care skills. When dating, men may not care whether a woman can cook or manage a home, but in marriage, they seek someone who can nurture the household. If a spoiled princess only cares about beauty and shopping but neglects family matters, men will hesitate to marry her. Inability to handle difficulties. Life is not always smooth. Women accustomed to luxury might struggle when facing hardships, often giving up or blaming circumstances. This makes men worry that they won't be able to weather life's storms together. Can spoiled princesses become ideal wives? Despite these challenges, if a spoiled princess learns to adjust, she can still become the wife that men desire. Learn financial independence. Women don't need to earn a fortune, but having some financial independence reduces dependency and earns more respect in the family. Balance luxury with responsibility. A woman can enjoy a lavish lifestyle, but if she also cares for her family and shares responsibilities with her husband, she will be an ideal wife. Show understanding and empathy. A thoughtful woman knows when to demand and when to step back and support her partner. If she can encourage and uplift her husband instead of just making requests, she will be cherished. Prepare for marriage's challenges. Life isn't always glamorous. While a woman can indulge in luxuries when young, she must develop patience and adaptability for marriage. Ultimately, spoiled princesses have a special allure in love, but to become ideal wives, they need to balance enjoyment with responsibility. Men may be captivated by their femininity and elegance, but when considering marriage, they seek someone who can truly share life's journey. Family happiness doesn't come from being pampered, it comes from understanding, sharing, and facing difficulties together. If a spoiled princess can maintain her charm while also building a strong home, she will not only be loved but also chosen as a life partner. What do you think? If you're still watching the video, don't hesitate to comment continue. Leave your thoughts and questions below, I'd love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so Sophia has more motivation to create valuable content. Let's keep going together. Number 3. Always seeking adventure, unwilling to settle down. The type of woman men adore but hesitate to marry. Some women are born with the heart of a traveler, always craving freedom, exploration, and conquering new lands. They dislike being tied down, refuse to conform to society's rigid rules, and especially struggle to accept a stable life with one man. However, their free spirit and strong personality make them irresistibly attractive to men. Yet, when it comes to marriage, many men hesitate to commit to this type of woman. So why do adventurous women make men fall in love but not want to marry them? The allure of adventurous women. It's no coincidence that free-spirited and adventurous women possess a unique charm. They have qualities that many admire. Always full of energy and passion, adventurous women are never boring. They exude a powerful energy, boundless curiosity, and an endless thirst for discovery. When with them, men feel like they're on an exciting journey where every day brings a new experience. Confident and independent, they don't wait for someone else to make their lives interesting. They create their own adventures, challenges, and always know how to enjoy life on their own terms. Men love that confidence and are drawn to their strong sense of self-sufficiency. Different and unpredictable, these women don't follow traditional patterns. They don't live by fixed schedules or adhere to society's predetermined paths. This makes them mysterious and incredibly attractive because men can never predict what they will do next. Always fresh and unafraid of change, a relationship with them is never dull. They constantly reinvent themselves, always seeking something new. This keeps men excited and intrigued by the pursuit. However, these very qualities can make men hesitant when considering marriage. Why do men love them but avoid marriage? Even though men are drawn to the free-spirited nature of adventurous women, they still have concerns about long-term commitment. Fear of not being able to keep them, these women are like the wind, strong, captivating, but never staying in one place. Men worry that no matter how much they love them, they might never be able to hold on to someone who is always craving movement and exploration. Not suited for a traditional family life, marriage comes with responsibilities, stability, and long-term commitments. But adventurous women don't want to be confined to a fixed life where they must follow family norms like caring for children, managing a household, or maintaining a repetitive routine. This makes men feel they aren't truly ready for marriage. Lack of emotional security and stability. A long-term relationship requires emotional connection and stability. But adventurous women often don't prioritize love above all else. They may be more passionate about traveling, work, or personal interests rather than building a family. This makes men feel they can't rely on someone who is always ready to leave at any moment. Fear of not being able to keep up. Some men are willing to adapt for love, but not everyone can live at the pace of an adventurous woman. Not every man can quit his job to travel the world with her, nor can he abandon stability to chase endless journeys. This creates a significant gap between them. Concerns about commitment in the relationship. Adventurous individuals often resist being tied down, fearing restrictions. Marriage requires loyalty and long-term commitment, but can a woman who craves freedom truly commit to one person for life? How to balance adventure and marriage? Despite these challenges, if an adventurous woman truly wants to get married, she can find ways to balance her passion for exploration with family life. Find a partner with the same mindset. A man who also loves adventure, enjoys experiences, and isn't afraid of movement would be an ideal match. If both partners share the same interests, they can explore the world together without worrying about stability. Accept necessary commitments. Marriage doesn't mean giving up freedom, but it does require certain commitments. An adventurous woman can continue her passions while also dedicating time to family, maintaining the emotional bond in the relationship. Learn to share and compromise. Personal desires can't always come first. Sometimes, to maintain a lasting relationship, both partners must learn to compromise. If a man has a stable job, the woman can find ways to balance travel and family instead of always prioritizing her own adventures. Show loyalty and emotional stability. No matter how much she loves adventure, a woman can still provide men with a sense of security by demonstrating loyalty, care, and emotional commitment. This reassures men that no matter where she goes, their love remains strong. Ultimately, adventurous women have an undeniable allure, but to reach marriage, they need to find a balance between personal freedom and family responsibility. Men love them for their independence, strength, and excitement, but when considering a stable life together, they fear losing someone who is always seeking new horizons. In the end, there is no universal formula for love and marriage. If two people truly love each other, they will find a way to compromise, so they can explore the world together while also building a solid and lasting home. Number 4. Overly controlling, extremely jealous. The type of woman men love but don't want to marry. Jealousy is a part of love, but when it becomes extreme, it can turn a romantic relationship into a suffocating one. Some women love so deeply that they want to control everything, from messages and calls to every relationship surrounding their man. At first, this might make a man feel cared for, but over time, it becomes overwhelming and is a major reason why they hesitate when it comes to marriage. Why do overly controlling women make men fall in love but not become their choice for marriage? Why are men attracted to jealous women? Many believe that men would avoid jealous women, but in reality, during the early stages of a relationship, a little jealousy can actually be appealing. The feeling of being deeply loved. A jealous woman proves that she values the relationship and does not want to lose her man. Sometimes, this makes men feel important and cherished. Display strong attention and care. Jealous women often pay close attention to every little detail. They remember everything about their partner and notice even the smallest changes. This creates a special feeling, making men feel like they are the center of her world. Adds excitement to the relationship. A little jealousy can make a relationship more interesting. When a woman pouts or gets upset in a cute way, men feel like they are winning over and protecting something valuable. Possessiveness makes men feel important. Many men have the instinct to be seen as a prize, as someone irreplaceable. When a woman shows jealousy, they feel like they hold a significant place in her heart. However, what happens when jealousy goes too far? When jealousy becomes the reason men avoid marriage. Love requires trust, but some women struggle with that. When jealousy becomes extreme, love gradually turns into a burden. Controlling everything, from messages to personal schedules. These women always want to know what their partner is doing, where he is, and who he is with. They might demand phone passwords, check messages, search emails, and even track social media to ensure there's no threat from other women. At first, men might tolerate it, but over time, they feel suffocated and gradually lose interest. Lack of trust even without reason. Even when a man does nothing suspicious, these women still doubt him. They might overanalyze small things, like a message from a female colleague or a simple like on Facebook, turning them into endless arguments. Wanting to control every decision. Beyond love, these women often interfere in other aspects of their partner's life, his job, friendships, and daily habits. They want men to follow their wishes, even changing who they are. This makes men feel like they are losing their identity. Frequent arguments and emotional pressure. When jealousy becomes excessive, it stops being cute and turns into a psychological burden. Men don't want to come home after a long workday just to face interrogations, baseless accusations, or endless conflicts. Damaging a man's confidence. Some overly controlling women make men feel worthless. Constant suspicion can make a man feel untrusted, disrespected, and eventually push him away. With all these issues, it's easy to see why men might enjoy dating a jealous woman but hesitate to commit to marriage. How to control jealousy and maintain love. Jealousy itself isn't bad, but it's important to manage it so it doesn't become an obstacle in love and marriage. Learn to trust. Not every situation calls for jealousy. If a man truly loves you, he has no reason to betray you. Learning to trust your partner makes a relationship more peaceful and long-lasting. Give each other personal space. No matter how much you love each other, both partners still need their own lives. Let him have time for his friends, family, and work instead of trying to control everything. Understand that control won't keep love alive. If a man truly loves you, he stays because of who you are, not because he is forced. Over-controlling only makes love feel unnatural and suffocating. Communicate instead of interrogating. If something makes you uncomfortable, talk about it calmly and directly instead of questioning or suspecting. Men respect a woman who listens and understands more than one who only imposes rules. Maintain independence and confidence. An attractive woman is not one who constantly worries about being abandoned but one who has an interesting, independent life and doesn't overly depend on her man. When you love yourself, men will cherish you even more. Ultimately, jealousy is a part of love, but when taken too far, it becomes a double-edged sword that hurts both partners. Men may be drawn to the attention of jealous women, but if that jealousy turns into extreme control, they will gradually feel trapped and pull away. Marriage requires trust, respect, and personal space for both partners. If you want to maintain a long-term relationship, learn to control your emotions, love wisely, and allow love to grow naturally. When you do, you will not only be loved but also chosen as a lifelong partner. Number 5. Too seductive but lacking loyalty. The type of woman men desire but don't dare to marry. Some women are born with an irresistible charm. They are beautiful, seductive, confident, and know exactly how to make men fall head over heels for them. The moment they step into a room, they instantly become the center of attention. Men are drawn to them like moths to a flame, willing to do anything to win their hearts. However, when it comes to marriage, women who are too seductive but lack loyalty make men hesitant. Why is that? Why can a woman make men desire her so much but not be their choice for a lifelong commitment? The irresistible attraction of seductive women. Seduction is not just about physical appearance, it comes from attitude, the way one speaks, gestures, and the energy a woman radiates. Women in this category have characteristics that make it difficult for men to resist. Attractive appearance and self-care. They always know how to make themselves look stunning and alluring in the eyes of others. They understand their own value and use it to capture attention. Absolute confidence. A seductive woman knows exactly what she wants and isn't afraid to express it. She walks with pride, speaks with mesmerizing charm, and draws men into her world effortlessly. Refined communication skills. They know how to converse, when to be gentle, and when to be assertive. They can make a man feel special, like he is the center of their attention. Always bring excitement and novelty. A relationship with them is never dull. They constantly reinvent themselves, create sweet and passionate moments, and keep men feeling challenged and intrigued. However, excessive seduction can sometimes be a double-edged sword. Why men don't want to marry a woman who is too seductive but lacks loyalty. Despite being strongly attracted, men have concerns when considering long-term commitment with this type of woman. Overwhelming seductiveness makes men uneasy. A woman who is too attractive doesn't just draw on her own man, she attracts many others as well. Men fear that she has too many options and won't easily commit to just one person. Lack of security in love. Marriage requires trust and stability, but if a woman constantly receives attention from others, men can't help but feel insecure. They fear that they are just one among many admirers. Enjoys the thrill of being pursued but resists being tied down. Seductive women are accustomed to freedom and enjoy being chased by multiple suitors. This can make them resistant to the constraints of marriage. Men know that marrying such a woman means facing the risk of losing her to someone else. Lack of loyalty and emotional stability. Some overly seductive women don't want to be tied down to one person. They crave novelty, romantic adventures, and don't want to be restricted to a single relationship. This makes men anxious when thinking about a long-term future with them. Fear of comparison and not being enough to keep her. When a woman has too many choices, men start questioning whether they are truly the best option. They worry that even if they win her over today, someone else might come along tomorrow and outshine them. Can a seductive woman become an ideal wife? Despite these concerns, it doesn't mean that a seductive woman cannot have a happy marriage. It all depends on how she builds her relationship and demonstrates her loyalty. Building trust with her partner. If a seductive woman is serious about love, she needs to show her man that he is the only one for her. Not just with words, but through actions, avoiding unnecessary relationships, showing respect to her partner, and prioritizing love over external attention. Balancing seduction with commitment. A woman can be seductive, charming, and attractive while still being a loyal and devoted wife. The key is knowing when to showcase her allure and when to focus on her family. Placing the relationship above external validation. If a woman truly loves her man, she will prioritize spending time with and caring for him instead of seeking attention from others. Self-control and awareness. Seduction is a powerful tool, but if used inappropriately, it can harm the relationship. A wise woman knows how to maintain her image, avoid misunderstandings, and protect the feelings of the man she loves. Ultimately, a seductive woman can make men infatuated, but without loyalty, she will struggle to achieve a lasting marriage. Men are drawn to charm and allure, but when it comes to marriage, they seek someone who can provide security and stability. Seduction is not a bad thing, but it must be accompanied by sincerity and commitment. A smart woman knows how to make men desire her while still earning their love, trust, and respect. When she masters this balance, she won't just be an ideal lover, she will also be the perfect wife that any man would want to keep by his side forever. Number 6. Lacking household management skills. The type of woman men love but don't want to marry. When in love, a man may be deeply attracted to a woman for her beauty, intelligence, or personality. However, when considering marriage, they have entirely different criteria. One of the key factors that men consider before getting married is a woman's ability to manage a household. Even though modern society has changed a lot, the role of a woman in the family remains significant. A woman who lacks household management skills, no matter how beautiful or talented, can make men hesitant and reluctant to take the next step toward marriage. So why can a man love such a woman but not want to marry her? Why do men need a wife who can manage a household? Marriage is not just about love but also about sharing responsibilities, especially in building and maintaining a happy home. A woman with good household management skills brings significant benefits to married life. Maintaining stability in the family, a home cannot be warm and harmonious without a woman's touch in organizing and nurturing it. From small tasks like cooking, cleaning, and budgeting to bigger responsibilities like raising children and maintaining family relationships, everything requires skillful management. Ensuring financial stability in the household, a wife who knows how to manage expenses wisely will help keep the family financially secure. On the other hand, reckless spending can lead to financial strain, resulting in unnecessary conflicts and stress. Helping her husband focus on his career, a woman who efficiently handles household matters allows her husband to focus on his work without worrying about trivial domestic issues, thus giving him the support he needs to succeed. Creating a home worth coming back to, men need a place to return to after facing work pressures. If the home is messy, stressful, and lacks warmth, they will gradually feel drained and less inclined to spend time there. So what happens when a woman lacks these skills? When a woman doesn't know how to manage a household, a major concern for men. There are several reasons why men hesitate to marry a woman who lacks household management skills. Not knowing how to cook or take care of the kitchen. Although modern men can share household chores, if a woman completely lacks or refuses to learn basic cooking skills, it can be disappointing. No one wants to eat out every day or live in a home without a woman's care. Poor financial management and excessive spending. Some women have the habit of spending money carelessly without thinking about the future. They love shopping impulsively, lack a clear financial plan, and do not prioritize saving. This makes men anxious, as they don't want to bear additional financial burdens after marriage. Lack of organization and household management skills. A home needs to be orderly and well managed, but if a woman doesn't know how to organize things properly, family life can become chaotic. Managing children, household tasks, and time all require a certain level of skill and efficiency. Lack of emotional care for family members. A family needs not only material stability but also emotional care. A woman who neglects the feelings of her husband, children, or other relatives may create a disconnected and less cohesive family environment. These issues might not seem significant during dating, but when it comes to marriage, men will seriously reconsider. Can a woman who lacks household management skills improve? The good news is that household management skills are not innate but can be learned and improved. Learning how to cook and take care of the home, while becoming a professional chef isn't necessary. Knowing how to prepare basic meals and maintain a clean, comfortable living space is essential. Understanding financial responsibility. If you've never paid attention to finances before, start learning how to budget, save, and invest wisely. This not only ensures financial stability but also makes you a more valuable partner in a marriage. Improving organization and management skills. Learn how to manage time, plan household tasks efficiently, and balance personal life with family responsibilities. Being more attentive to loved ones' emotions. A woman who listens, understands, and cares for her husband and children will always be an ideal wife. Learn to share, encourage, and create a warm and loving family atmosphere. Ultimately, a woman who lacks household management skills may attract men in a relationship but make them hesitant when considering marriage. Men seek a wife who can help build a strong and stable home, not just in terms of love but also in managing everyday life. However, household management skills are not something unchangeable. If you truly desire a happy marriage, learning how to care for a family, manage finances, organize household tasks, and nurture relationships will make a difference. When you achieve this balance, not only will men want to marry you, but you'll also find greater fulfillment and purpose in your own life. Conclusion. Love and marriage are two completely different matters. A man may be infatuated with a woman for her charm, personality, or magnetic allure, but when it comes to long-term commitment, he considers more practical aspects. The 6 types of women that men desire but hesitate to marry all share a common trait: they provide short-term attraction but lack key qualities necessary for building a happy family. An overly independent woman makes a man feel unnecessary in her life. A spoiled princess enjoys being pampered but refuses to share responsibilities. An adventurous woman makes a man worry about stability. An overly controlling woman takes away the freedom and joy in marriage. A highly seductive yet unfaithful woman makes a man feel insecure. And finally, a woman who lacks household management skills can make post-marriage life chaotic and exhausting. However, this does not mean these women cannot have a happy marriage. Everything can change if they understand what truly matters in a long-term relationship. By balancing their individuality with family responsibilities, they can become not only the ideal romantic partner but also the kind of wife that any man would cherish. Thank you for watching today's video. I am delighted to share lessons on love and relationships with you. I hope you've gained new insights that you can apply to your own life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future content. Thank you for your support, and I wish you a wonderful day. Remember to love yourself always.